I know we've been friends for a long time, Greg, and like I love you to bits, but role-playing me as a giant barbarian woman making love to you as a tiny halfling was never something that was in the sphere of stuff I needed our friendship to explore. Let's also not forget, Tomo, that you did roll a 1 for your bonus hit points.
I meant to.
Oh, right, I forgot about
that. Do you know what that means, though? Each time I roll, I've got to get better than the loss. So I have to roll for the rest of my life now.
I just want ones every time. I think like by the time we get to like level 10, it'd be great if you had 19 hit points versus Gak and Daniel both kind of sitting in the near Hundy territory. I think that'd be fantastic.
That's fine. That's all I want. That's all I need.
So let me just bring you guys up to speed. When we drew to a close at the end of our last session, you had just vanquished a huge gang of bandits. There were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were like 8 pleb bandits and one incredibly hardy and tough bandit leader. You guys managed to take them out.
Let's not forget. Well, we're talking about us vanquishing everybody, but I think it was. I don't know who killed the leader. Oh, it might have been. I think it was me.
Yeah, you actually managed to not take a single scratch during the entire encounter. Very much unlike Daniel and Gak. Gak nearly died, as did Daniel. Yeah. Daniel actually just kind of was. You guys just left him surrounded by bandits absorbing damage for quite a bit there. There was no chit chat. It was the least charismatic battle ever, but also very, very flamboyant. Well, flammable anyway.
We found out
flamboyant. There was a lot of fire. There was fire breathing from Noel Leeming. There was fire, flaming hands, and then just fiery rage from Daniel.
You can almost hear Ed Sheeran singing in the background. It's like.
But they're all dead. You guys looted the bandits that are in front of you, and that was kind of where we. Yeah. You kind of picked them over.
Oh, right there.
While they're looting, while the other two are looting, I am going to start arranging the bodies into a pattern. So any whole bodies that are left, I'll create them into a triangle, and then I'll gather up ashes and bits and pieces and put them into the middle, right? And then I will slowly take off all of my clothes. Sorry, guys. This is just something I've got to do. I've got to get in touch with my my patron demon prince. So once I'm fully naked,
it's a bit awkward.
It's totally going to be awkward, and I apologize, but it's just something I've got to do.
Do we need to be here for this, or can we just?
Do we look?
You can do whatever you want. Just loot their bodies.
Can I go get the other bodies? Can I go check out the other bodies? Can I loot the other bodies?
Sure. I'll say while it's going to take a while for Gak to do whatever the hell it is Gak is doing. Are you? So you've told them that you have to do something a bit weird. So if you both want to, Daniel and
there's just one thing that I thought I might do just before you do whatever it is to doing with your dark god. And I wonder if this might interfere with it or not. But I think we should take back the big fella's head. We should whip it off, take it back, hold it up.
Do you want to take it in your? Can you take it in your bag? Is that okay?
Yeah, you can take his head. That's fine. I don't need his head.
Thing about.
I actually just need his body to be one side of the triangle. Whether he's got a head or not is fine.
I guess it's very unorthodox. If you're going to join a group of people,
are you saying
it might be something that's dramatic? You take his head and you throw it at your father's feet and go, "That is what I fucking done."
I never plan on seeing my father ever again. If he sees me, I'm pretty sure he's going to kill me. I stole his gold, and also I shat in his bed before we left. So I'm pretty confident.
Oh, you did an Amber Heard.
Yeah. I'm pretty confident he's not going to want to see me.
It's just, look, if you're going to join a group of people, I think you should do a quick preface. By the way, I'm into arranging bodies into some geometrical sort of shape after they're dead. It's just polite.
Okay.
It's quite full on.
I get
That's
that.
Fine. You do your business.
Get that, Noel.
Just as a heads up.
I just want to let you know where I'm coming from.
Right.
I've been imprisoned most of my life by my father, and this demon prince, Dr. Ropater, he gave me an out, and I guess I've entered into a soul agreement with him, and that's why I'm able to be out here. That's why I can shoot fiery shit from my fingers. Right before that, I couldn't do anything. I could barely blow out a candle. So I just have to do it, okay?
Jared, can you just roll a strength check for me, just to see how long it's going to take you to arrange these bodies? Just a flat check of your strength.
11.
You're going to be at this for a while. So,
really?
Okay.
Yeah. So you're while you're talking, I'm going to imagine that while you're talking, you're actually like dragging the first body, dragging the first one, and struggling a lot, dragging the first body into the position that you need it to be in, while you're sort of weirdly rambling about this Dr. Ropater, who's not a confirmed doctor.
I can offer help. I can bring. I just want to bring the other bodies over and put them in your little psycho star design, whatever. I'm gonna. It's okay if we check them on the way. Is that okay?
Yes, that'll be amazing. I just wonder. Thank you so much, Noel.
You're most welcome. I just wonder because I'm quite strong.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
You're nearly dead. So I just wondered, should we have a little kip just in case? I don't know what's going to happen when you arrange everybody. Or is it better? To like do this now so we can get the stuff off the bodies before the wolves come and eat
them? It's a bit better if I do it now, just because my blood is fresh, and that it will just make the summoning a lot easier if my blood is fresh.
Summoning.
Oh yeah,
what the fuck are you summoning?
Calling. Let's call it calling. Not really summoning.
Okay.
I don't have any power over him.
Wait a minute. As the nominal leader of this. I'm pulling fucking rag.
Okay.
Don't roll your fucking eyes at me. This is important. Don't fucking roll your eyes at me, no. Right? This is for your benefit as much as mine.
Okay.
So
fine.
I just want to be clear. You're going to arrange these bodies in a geometric pattern, and then you're going to summon a demon prince here while we're basically fucked.
Yeah. But anybody who's my friend is his friend. I'll just tell him you're my friends. And he doesn't physically appear.
Are you sure you don't
like an image of him appears.
An image of him appears.
Yeah. Like he won't physically be here unless while I'm doing it, you two start attacking me, and then he will physically appear and let's just say,
how many times have you done this?
Probably, single digits. Twice I've done this.
With other people around?
There was once. There's currently an investigation in my father's palace about the spontaneous combustion of a chambermaid.
Okay.
Fuck this for
Let's just
fucking
do it.
guest.
Look, okay, I'm going to bring some bodies over. You and Daniel keep talking. I'll bring the bodies over.
Okay.
I'll
Look,
hack
I'm going to
off
tell
the
him.
head of the big fella. Hack his head
Can you
off.
just do a?
You hack his head off.
Can you? Let's just roll. What are you going to use to cut off his head, Greg?
Oh, the fucking.
Use your
I'll
head.
use me. I'll use my what skill? I'll use athletics.
Okay.
I'm just going to wrench it. I'm going to wrench it using athletics.
Roll it out.
It's my best roll.
I just want to see the quality of the head that you're able to get. Oh, look at that! It's incredible to witness, actually, guys.
Straight off. Wow.
Yeah, with one, he grabs it by both ears and just kind of and because of the amount of damage he sustained, and let's not forget he's a little bit burned and charred. Daniel Underbough is able to completely remove just by pulling the head of the bandit leader, which I'm assuming you're going to throw into your pack there.
Yeah, you're.
I'm going to lash it on the outside. That's right.
It's really, Daniel. It's really going to stink. The last time you did this, the tongue fell out first, and the eyes were next, and it's just unpleasant. Like sometimes I wake up in the camp and I'm looking at some old guy's dead head. It's a dead guy's old. It's not good. Okay, fine. Just wrap it up or something. Okay, just put some lavender on it or something.
Daniel, I just want to say, every now and then I think of you as this sweet little guy, and then you do something like that, and I get a bit of sick in my throat. And I just want to say, you're an enigma, and I admire you. Please don't rip my head off.
You get a bit of sick in your throat, says the man who's making a sort of tangram puzzle out of dead bodies that he charred. You get a bit of sick in your throat.
Yeah.
Priorities, motherfucker.
I'm not ripping dead people's heads off. I'm just saying, we've all got our thing. We've all got our thing, and it seems as though...
It's like proof of purchase. If I want to get that dog, then I need to show something to show that we've dealt with him. If I throw that down and go, "Giz is your dog."
Right. That's fair enough. I mean, you could have taken his sword that has his name engraved upon it, but the head is great.
Okay, can I get the Tetris bodies now? Is that okay to put them in? They're all good?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Tom, can you just roll Can you just roll a strength check as well for me if you're going to help him arrange the bodies, just so I can see how quickly the two of you can do.
Roll a 20 and speed it up, Josh.
Shit! I forgot to retip the things that I was meant to. Oh, okay. I'll just roll a strength check. Why have I got 0 strength? The hell? Okay, roll it.
Yes.
All right.
7?
That was a strength save. That was a saving throw, but it's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. It doesn't matter. It's fine. So you help. I'm going to say it's going to take you guys like a couple of minutes to sort of get these bodies arranged.
Can I check the bodies as I'm going?
You guys have already done that. You guys already checked them at the end of the last session.
Even the extra bodies from around the way.
You could if there's still 4 bodies in the camp. There's still the bandit camp itself. You guys have not searched that yet. But
yes, can I search it? Oh.
Well, no. If you're going to help, I was going to ask Daniel if he wants to do anything during the sort of
that's a good idea.
3 to 4 minutes that it's going to take.
I will go and have a look at those others. Yes, and I might even have a look at the nearby hut, the first hut. But I'm going to sneak just in case. All
right. So roll a stealth check for me.
There we go. Coming your way.
It's not great. As you
the fucking head keeps banging into the pack.
As you creep into the camp, you hear a voice say from within the tent, "Is anyone there?"
Oh fuck! This sounds like a reward, right? I'm gonna go into the tent. I'm going to remove the head, and I'm going to push it ahead of me as I go through the tent door. Like, this is how I fucking roll. You want to fuck with me? This is what you're getting. Shove it ahead.
So you're going into the tent, severed head
but leading
first.
with the head first.
All right. Well,
and holding it up high at a sort of a 5 foot height, like it's a person.
You hear a loud scream as you walk into the tent and see, with her hands and feet tied in the corner, a young woman who screams in abject terror as a severed head comes kind of rolling into the tent ahead of her, and then she spots you and she's like, hello, little boy.
And I just turn around and look over my shoulder and go, "Don't fucking call me that," and I walk out. Fucking head.
As you start to walk out, she says, "Please, no, I'm sorry. I'm surprised that that someone so young was able to defeat someone so dangerous."
And I will turn around and I will march up to her with the head still in my hand, and I'll stand over her and look her in the eyes and go, "I'm sick up to fucking here with your racist bullshit, little fucking boy."
Can you roll an intimidation check for me, please?
Oh, here we go.
Certainly can. Let's try that.
Yes!
She's a bit afraid, but she says, and she just kind of through fear, kind of goes, "How adorable! Are your parents out there, perhaps?"
Are you seriously? Is this the way you're going to take this? You just presume because I'm under 3 foot that I'm a child. I'm a full-grown fucking adult halfling, you stupid bint.
Oh!
Can we hear any of this sort of stuff?
You could sort of hear sort of mumblings. And actually, roll a perception check for me, please, because you are a little bit away.
No?
Yeah. Just to see if you're able to kind of pick any of it up. Yep. Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear some of the...
I'm not quiet.
What's going on there, Daniel? I seem to be very angry about something as usual. You right there, mate?
Fucking racism and injustice, that's all. I've got it under control. You make your body stack.
Would you mind? Would it be all right? Like untying me? Is that I've been here for a couple days and my parents are probably quite worried about me. I'm very sorry about the small child comments, but maybe just kind of a little bit of a sort of untie me and get me out of here would be really very, very much appreciated. Please.
All right, before I do that, I'm going to give you an option.
Okay.
Because I'm not an arsehole, all right? I don't want to be completely frank with you about that. I'm not an arsehole. My friend outside, who, to be honest, is of dubious competence, is about to summon a demon. Do you want to be in here tied up when he does that, or do you want to be just sort of roaming around? So what that means is we can either untie you now or later.
I mean, I'm not planning on hanging around after you untie me. I'm very much planning on heading back to the Witherbone Inn where I work. So, you can go on ahead with whatever demon summoning you're planning on doing, because I've been very much...
I'm not planning on it. If it was up to me, we wouldn't be fucking with that.
Oh, well, I mean, if you're interested, I'm sure my father, who runs the Witherbone Inn, would be happy to compensate you if you were to escort me home. I've recently learned that the road north of here is quite dangerous, although perhaps less dangerous now. given the severed head that I see in front of me.
At that point, I start my ritual, shouting, Dr. Ropater, I call you once! Dr. Ropater, I call you twice! From the depths of hell, rise up and look me in the eye! Your servant asks it of you!
Let's just wait here for a moment.
There's a loud... there's a soft... There's the soft fa-boom sound, and you notice, Daniel, sort of through the door of the tent, a flash of green light. Tomo, in front of you, green sort of flames appear over the small triangle of bodies that you've helped Gak arrange. And in the middle of the flames, a giant face appears. It's slightly demonic, a little bit pleasant, kind of just a tiny bit handsome. It says, I am Ropater, who summons me?
It's me, Gak Thundercloud. We've spoken a couple of times.
Tomo, you notice as soon as the visage in the flames sees Gak, it kind of just puts its head in its hands and just kind of rubs its temples. Like a little bit. Like kind of just, oh, okay, yep. Oh, hello, Gak. Again.
Just getting in contact with a quick update. Burnt quite a few people here on the mortal realm. And that's, I hope you're feeling those life essences coming towards you, I guess. I'm not sure of the process.
He looks, the visage kind of does survey its surroundings and sees the bodies arranged underneath it, where it hath been summoned, and says, yes, this all looks very good. But like I said last time, you don't have to do this every other day. Once a month is good.
Once a month.
Oh, okay. Preferably, especially someone like you who's just starting out.
Yeah.
Preferably less. It was literally just 3 days ago that you last summoned me, but here we are. You've done well. I'm very impressed. Who's that?
Thank you so much.
Who's this guy?
Sorry to interrupt. Hi, I'm Noel. Thank you, Gak.
No.
Sorry,
No.
I've just been. Yep.
You've got to.
Yeah,
you've got to use his honorific. You've got to call him Dr. Ropater.
Sorry, Dr. Ropater.
It's just Ropater.
Did kill a bunch of. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm down. I'm
down.
No,
I mean, he put the doctor thing in there, but it's it's okay. It's all right.
Put the doctor thing in because you fixed me.
It's honestly, it's fine.
Through the big R. I just want to say that yes, Gak killed some of these guys, but the worst of them I killed. So if he's getting anything from you, if I could just have... Are you giving anything away?
What are you? You're a Dragonborn. Are you...
Yes.
I mean, to be honest, the demonic realm is a very, very busy place. There's a lot that I have to attend to there. I originally...
That's fine. No, that's fine.
I have to say, I'm in a fairly good mood today, but I'm not used to being interrupted by mortals. So if you could... you're doing it again now, and I would really hate to have to unleash my infernal wrath upon you. So just with the sort of interrupting, very much not used to it. Very much not a fan of it.
Can Daniel hear this? Can Daniel hear this?
I think from where you are, you can sort of hear the mutterings of the other two and the sort of echoey, boomy, trans-dimensional sounds of the otherworldly creature. You can make out what Ropater is saying more than you can make out what the other two are saying.
I will turn and say to the prisoner, wait one moment, I'm not fucking standing for this, and I'll march down to where the demon's appearing.
Well, as you leave, she says, but, it sort of fades out of your audible range.
And I'll stomp down there and I'll look at him and I'll go, I'm not having you talking to my friends like that.
He spit his. You've come across the other side. So with this giant head and the flames kind of spins around and kind of looks sort of about for a second to try and figure out where the noise came from, and then looks down and sees you and goes, "Oh!" and then looks at Gak and says, "I wasn't aware you had a son."
He's a mighty halfling warrior, Dr. Ropater. He's also a friend of mine, and he helped, kill these baddies.
Did you just employ him a child?
The flames grow larger, and the giant head's voice becomes booming and loud as he looks at you, Daniel, and echoing through the forest you hear, "You are what I say you are! As it kind of booms off the trees. The head then wheels back around to Gak and says, "You've done incredibly well. I'm very, very impressed with the number of dead bodies here. Now I just need you to finish this ritual."
Yes.
You know what you need to do.
Awesome. So just to clarify, roughly 30 days' time, I'll get back in touch unless I get involved in something quite cool and I really want to tell you about it. So here we go. I'll do the clap off, okay? Dr. Ropater, where are you now? And then you say where you are.
I'm here in the demonic realm.
Goodbye. Thank you.
I've told you before, it doesn't work unless your hands are firmly greased with the sweat of another.
Oh, okay. I walk over to Daniel and I smear my hands all over his face, and then I clap 3 times. And on each clap, I shout, "Dr. Ropater. Dr. Ropater, Dr. Ropater, Dr. Ropater. This is the sweat of a child."
I'm not a fucking child. I'll fucking headbutt you in the pelvis.
Daniel, Dr. Ropater thinks you're a child. He's not going to change his mind.
If
we do this, he goes.
Well, given that Gak has completed his odd ritual, Dr. Ropater, the doctorate assigned by Gak, the flames kind of disappear back into the bodies. Dr. Ropater's head kind of vanishes at the same time. Once the green flames disappear back into the body, you notice some green flames kind of tickle their way up Gak Thunderclouad's body, sort of surge through him, and eventually kind of go into his eyes, where a small green flash appears, and then you hear a voice kind of boom throughout the forest saying, "Just at least another month now is before the next summoning. You'll be fine. I've got a lot to do. Do. Look after that young man.
And so sorry, as a side effect of that ritual, I've now got an erection and it's bobbing up and down in front of Daniel's face.
And there's a little bit of green fire that's coming out the end.
It doesn't mean anything, Daniel. It's just, look, my blood's up. I've just had a demon inside me. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
Could you turn away from him at least? Turn away.
As I turn, I make sure it sort of brushes him along the shoulder.
Yeah.
But like accidental.
Your mate.
It's accidental.
Your mate can fuck off. I did not like the way that he talked to you, Noel. He was completely fucking dismissive of you.
That's very kind of you, Daniel. Thank you. I know you're about that.
No fucking right. And I wasn't going to have a fucking thing about it. So I left her prisoner.
There's a prisoner?
Of course there's a fucking prisoner. They're bandits. They keep prisoners.
That's
what they do.
Okay. Can I just say, what is the prisoner, male or female?
As female, is that going to make a difference? Are we going to have to watch them sort of
Gak, just stay outside for a little bit.
I'm putting my clothes on.
Okay.
I'm putting my clothes on now. I would never go naked to a prisoner. I've been a prisoner.
She wants to be a flaming one.
Okay. Can I just check before we move? Have all the bandits, including the 4 over there, been searched?
These four have not been searched.
The house.
They haven't?
No, you've only searched the ones that you arranged into the weird corpse pile.
Oh, okay.
So
those
Gak
are the
could
ones I
fulfill
was
his
meant
ritual.
to pick up. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, can we search them on the way in?
Sure. Roll an investigation check. I'll move you guys all into the camp here. As Gak is hopping along behind you, putting his pants on. Oh!
Okay, that's trying to yell.
Let's make that let's make this for the whole area. So on the bodies of the bandits and just sort of generally throughout the entire camp, you find the following items, as well as the prisoner. The camp is empty. You've killed everything there except for that one young lady. You find 29 copper, 283 silver pieces. This is a thorough search that you guys get into here. 49 gold, 2 platinum.
Wow.
4 bolts of good linen cloth.
Delightful.
An hourglass. 5 bottles of common wine. 3 flasks of alchemist's fire.
Wow.
Yep. 4 vials of water, and on each vial is a holy symbol.
I see.
1 book chronicling the lineage of a very minor noble family.
Is it the Thunderclouds?
Roll an insight check.
Oh, I'd love to.
You have no idea. You look through, and it really is. It's just a bound book with a very fancy cover, and it literally is just a whole lot of family trees of names that you don't recognize at all. You find 2 white quartz crystals, and a small vial that is a potion of some description.
What do you use for? Is it detect magic to try and figure that out?
Or no, an identifier do it. One of you's got that.
Yeah, I've got it.
I don't.
Hold on.
So you could cast that.
Can I ask with identify?
No, I've got an investigation.
Can I ask if he does cast identify? Does he do that on everything, or is it just on one thing per time?
Has to be on the object.
You have to pick.
To find out about. Yeah, has to find out the one. So he chooses one object.
Do you have any spell slots?
No, we might have to do it later.
In the meantime, should we? Is there any more?
That's it. That's everything you guys have managed to find.
Now, Gak, are you still loaded? Do you want to, or do you want to go hard? We'll do this one. None of this.
I could carry some stuff.
Yeah, but do you want the money though? Because you said you got a lot of money.
I'd like some of the money, but not all. Maybe if we split this one halvesies or threesies, do it threesies.
Let's not fucking forget me, right?
Well, I was going to say 2.5.
I'll take. Okay. So I'll take. Wow. Okay, just calm down. Okay. So let's just give you slightly less. So I'll take 10 copper. Daniel can take 10 copper, and Gak, you take 9. I'll take 100 silver. Daniel will take 100 silver, and Gak, you can take 83.
83.
Yeah. I'm doing. Hey, you're all jazzed up. You're not thinking straight. I'll take 20 gold. Daniel will take 20 gold, and Gak, you take 9. And then look, we'll just make it even. Me and Daniel have a platinum each.
Okay, fine.
Okay, great.
That seems completely reasonable.
Should we take a bulk of linen cloth each? I'll take 2. You thought?
Sure. Yes. Why not?
Yeah.
How much
profit? I'll take 2 bolts. You guys take 1.
Right.
Now, can I do an Arcana check on the hourglass?
On the what? On the hourglass? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
What'd you get there?
8.
10. It is an hourglass. What it has the ability to do is it's sort of got a whole lot of it's got like 2 glass balls, I guess, that are joined together, and one of the balls is full of sand, and you notice that if you sort of tip it, the sand starts to drip from one of the glass orbs into the other, and you think it would take roughly an hour for all of the sand to transfer.
I see what's happening here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds magic.
I'm assuming I'm the strongest, so should I hold stuff that isn't particularly?
I don't know if you are the strongest. I think
I'm not. Are you? How much can you hold?
Well, my strength is 15. What's yours?
0.
No, the little number.
0
is your modifier.
Oh God.
And my strength's 14, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm the strongest.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, do you want to take the hourglass then?
I'll take the hourglass if I can, because then I'll know when to go back to Dr. Ropecutter.
I don't fucking want it.
Okay.
It's not super heavy.
Who wants the wine? Should we take?
I don't want any of the wine. Don't want a bit.
You don't want any of the wine?
Want any. No.
Okay, so I'll just take 5 bottles of wine. Do you want any of the Gak?
I don't want any wine.
It's common wine. It's well beyond you.
Can I do Arcana on the bottles of water with the symbol on them?
Yes.
I can tell you what those are. With the holy symbol on them.
That'll be holy water. That'll be holy water.
I'm still going to do it.
Daniel can
knock yourself out, old fella.
Plus 2 on that. Plus 2.
When you look at it, Gak, you determine that the liquid inside is definitely water, and the symbol on the container is definitely holy in some fashion.
Okay,
it would stand to reason that the other 2 are potentially correct.
Wait a minute, Gak. Give it to me. Give it to me.
But before
I'll take a bottle and I'll look at Gak and I'll go, behold, great spirit of Dr. Ropecutter, follow through me, and I'll roll my head back, my eyes back in my head, and go, oh, what is it that you ask of me, bro? And I'll go, what is with this, Dr. Ropecutter? Oh, holy water, isn't it? And I'll let my eyes roll back and go, behold, it's holy fucking water. I ask your mate.
I'm going to respond to that.
Should we take a vial?
Wait, first, Greg, can you just roll a persuasion check for me, please? I just want to see. Just to inform the what do we got there? Gak, given your lack of total experience in the field of summoning deities, you're just a foot in each camp. You're not actually. You're like, maybe that was legit, but maybe not. You're a little uncertain. Okay.
Okay. Have you ever seen my eyes roll back?
Speak to Dr. Ropecutter? If you did, I need to know how you did that, but I suspect you didn't, because you did not create the demonic triangle. So, thank you. And just in case, hello, Dr. Roper.
Dr. Rollparter says that you're doing far too much gym work and not enough speed.
Should we take a vial? Should we take a vial each and Gak? Should we take 2 maybe? Just in case. I'm assuming
only 3 Hollywood, isn't it?
And what do you guys want to do with the Alchemist Fire? Which, luckily for you, the Alchemist Fire was actually labelled Alchemist Fire because I realised I kind of revealed what that was to you.
We can take a bottle of that each, right?
Yep, there's 3 of them. Right. I can drag and drop those straight into your inventory, to be fair.
Shit.
Do that. I've just been writing them
you
down.
do it.
I've been entering them manually. Thanks, mate.
And I'm probably going to have to. Only the Alchemist Fire, because then you guys, if I drag and drop them from the compendium, you guys will be able to sort of see what they do.
How do I remove them?
Do we need to delete what we put in?
This is just the Alchemist Fire that I'm dragging and dropping for you guys.
Okay, right.
Okay.
I'll put 1 each.
Okay.
I think I could do that with holy water too. Let me check.
You probably can.
Hose me down with holy water if I get too hot.
Okay.
Very nice.
Can do it.
I'll take the book of the family, unless you want it. Anyone else?
Nah.
I don't. I only fucking use it for lighting fires.
Exactly what I'm looking at. Now these crystals. Should we do a check on those, or is that?
I think that might just be crystals. I mean, I think we're giving these bandits a little bit too much credit.
Oh, okay. Who likes crystals?
I'll take a crystal.
Who wants crystal?
I'd love a quartz.
I don't fucking want a crystal. That's what.
Okay, I'll take a white crystal as well.
Is it white crystal or white?
White quartz.
White quartz.
Quartz crystal.
Right.
And then, can I do a
Steve?
Of the unknown?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Is Gak dressed now? I was getting
dressed.
Yeah,
you've got all your clothes on again, thank God.
Okay. Can I go in and see the prisoner?
Actually,
yeah, just give me a second to get
No. We've still got the can I say, while he's getting changed, I noticed the necklace, and I have a bit of a think. And can I do an Arcana check on his necklace?
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. Hold on, I'm just trying to get this holy water dragged and drop. This drag and drop's not the friendliest thing in the world. Oh, and then it goes twice. What is that all about?
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I've got 3 of them. I'll just get rid of some of them.
It's such an odd.
That was 7 on that Arcana check.
You got a 7. It's okay, buddy.
Yeah.
It's all right. Hey, calm down, mate. Hey, stop that. You might want to come all the way around to the main door. Sorry, it's my wife. It looks like she's bringing me a cup of coffee. Oh, you got your holy water all organised? Okay, that's great. Arcana check on the necklace. And there's nothing fancy about it.
Right.
No, we did that last time.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. And the small vial of an unnamed potion, does anyone want that?
Well, why don't you hold on to it till we can identify what's in it, and then we'll see who best to use it.
Okay, great. Okay, cool. I am much happier.
Go into the prisoner.
All right.
I'm still weary.
Wait a minute, and I'll grab Gak by the waist of his pants and go, is the fire in your cock out?
Yes.
Oh,
because you're not going in there with a flaming cock. All right.
It's gone.
Proceed.
And I show him. I present it.
Oh,
and I pat down my front. I'm going, it's flat.
Jesus.
Flat. You asked.
Could you just please...
Jared, right down the urethra on that.
Jared, can you just roll an intimidation check for your dick, please?
Please be tiny. Oh, God damn.
It's actually quite. Oh, wait, what did you actually get there?
God
18. I didn't even roll. I didn't check my intimidation.
That's the size of my whole arm.
They got none. Oh, my God.
Plus
23.
23.
What a waste. Absolute waste.
I'm looking. I'm looking at a green version of my own arm. What the fuck is that?
It's quite intimidating.
Don't look at it, Don't look at it.
It's quite intimidating.
How do you get that up without passing out?
I kind of have to clench my hands together like that. Like a pump.
You're not using the blood in his brain. All right, so what do we see a young lady doing?
Give me 1 second here, guys.
Going in.
Just give me one. Take a 1 seconder here, team. Hey. Somebody is really close to wherever they're weeing.
Oh no, I'm filling up a bottle of water. I'm really sorry. I'm filling up a bottle of water for the soda stream.
It very much sounded to me like
Gak was having a week. Oh, excuse me.
Thanks, Tim. We all needed to look. We're all old men. We've got to take a quick break to go relieve ourselves every now and then. Team. Okay, so you're all making your way inside to go see this poor. It's Tomo. This is every phone conversation I've ever had with Tomo ever in my life. It always sounds like he's just engaged in a full-on fight with his surroundings.
just okay, real multitasker. Oh, I put too much. Oh, there's stuff everywhere. Okay, I'll come on.
Come on, Tomo.
When we go in, I will cut her at least her hands.
All right.
And then cut her hands.
Her hands free, or are you going to cut her hand?
I'm going to cut it. No, I'm going to cut them free. I'm not a fucking savage. I'm not a fucking. I'm not a fucking savage. You know me.
There's a lot going on.
That's not how I am.
There's a lot going on.
Steve, can I ask?
Yes.
Do I recognise her? Because we've obviously grown up in the same town.
You have never. She's from, as she said to Daniel, she's from the Witherbone Inn, which is to the north, which you know about, but you don't recognise her. No.
Okay.
She
so,
actually.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
So she's going in the opposite direction to us.
Yes.
Yeah.
North.
I've got a fucking dog back in London.
You are owed a dog at this juncture, yeah.
I'm owed a fucking dog. Wait, oh shit.
But Daniel, we'll buy you a dog. We need to get this lady back to her home.
Okay.
She's been a prisoner. I've been a prisoner my whole life. It's horrible, and I don't want her to go through any more horribleness.
I mean, it's only another day or two to be here, and we go and get the dog. We'll come back and get her. And what?
Daniel, it's demoralising being held against your will. All right, she needs to go back to her loved ones.
She's already been held against her will. It's just a few more days when I get the dog.
She looks at. She just momentarily looks at kind of Gak, who I've got to say is looking very, very worse for wear right now. He's got some open wounds that are still kind of oozing a little bit of blood here and there. His shirt's a little bit soaked and stained. She kind of looks over at Daniel and she's like, you all look like you need...
Your fucking savior.
Can I ask you what's your name? Hi, my name's Noel. What's your name here?
Oh, Larissa. Fuck, I forgot to ask her that.
Larissa.
Sorry, what's it?
My name is Larissa. Larissa Cream Poof. A lot of people say cream puff, but it's cream poof.
Can I do
I've got a very good ear for words
on that name, or is it insight?
Insight, yes.
Yeah, to see if I know any knowledge about the cream puffs.
Go ahead. You don't know anything about them.
Swear to God.
To be honest, you don't even know what a cream puff is.
Are you
I am skilled in cook's utensils.
Cantersmiths, by any chance?
She sort of looks at you with with side eyes and goes, no.
Okay, it's just because your surname, Gak, your surname sounds a little bit similar to Kenta Smith's. That's all.
Gak, I think we should let Noel talk to her because he's the most charming. We should just back the fuck off.
Charming? He's a fucking dragon.
Thank you, Daniel. You're all but I'm a beaut. Look at my back, for God's sake, guys. I mean, Larissa and Phil. We have just been through quite a bit. We've killed all of your captors.
Yes, I'm aware. I felt the heat.
You're welcome.
Of the flames from.
Yes.
Put my hand up and say, guilty. That was me.
We could do with a bit of a rest if you don't. Now, I mean, it would be great to chat to you for a bit, but you know what might be quite good is if we just have a bit of a rest, and me and you take the first watch, and I can just have a bit of chat to you, and then you can have a rest too, because you look a bit worse. Would you like some water? I've got some water here, and I've got some goat that was brutally murdered about half a day ago.
I'm going to be honest with all of you and just say, given the conversation I heard outside before about pickers being put away, the general conversation around the pickers, the conversation I overheard just before with what I can only assume was a demonic entity, the severed head that you currently have on your person, and I have to say, is that a burning bear fur? Is that the smell of burnt animal is filling my nostrils as well? I just want to say I don't feel safe. What if...
Oh, look, if anybody lays a hand on you, I will kill them.
Right there.
Can I persuade her?
What do you want to say to her?
And I want to help
Larissa, look.
Can I assist in the persuasion?
Gak, sit down. Put your massive cock and balls. Just sit down. Just sit down, will you?
Shall I assist him? I'll look innocent as all fuck in the background like this, looking just chilled out, just like hands. In fact, I'll staple my hands like this, like Ray Henwood after a show before he passed, and I'll just be there, just looking like this, giving a bit of this, and just assisting with this persuasion.
I actually just have it rest. Whatever's happening, I've got 1 hit point. I'm surprised I'm standing.
Larissa, we've looked better. We've definitely smelt better. And if we're just going to have a bit of a chill, and then we can give you the best escort all the way back to Winter's Bottom or whatever the hell it's called.
While you're talking, she's just untying the rope now since her hands are free. She's untying the ropes that are at her feet. Keep going.
If you like, I can play you a little tune.
He's dead good. Really? Larissa is a little lamb, and we have saved her arse.
Okay, can you roll flat? Well, roll a persuasion check, but roll it with a disadvantage because the tiny halfling who just recently brandished a severed head in the face of this young lady is now weirdly trying to. You guys are giving off a very sort of psycho vibe. Noel, I realize you're trying very hard to be the calm, reasonable one, but a persuasion check at a disadvantage because you've got a lot of psychotic chaos to cut through.
Click the disadvantage tab, and we're rolling. Here we go.
All right.
15.
15. 15. So she nervously kind of stands up with her feet untied and she says, if the 3 of you wish to escort me back to the Witherbone Inn, I would be very grateful for your protection. But please, if you don't mind, and then she kind of comes up to you, Noel, and just says, is it okay if I just stay very close to you, because even though you're quite a terrifying looking, large, half dragon, half man looking thing, you just feel safe, and the other two don't quite feel so safe.
That's fine.
If I hear that.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yes, Jared, you hear it.
Excuse me, Larissa. I'm actually a really nice guy, and I'm a little bit upset about that. But I understand first impressions. I've just summoned a demon. I'm covered in blood, and obviously your racial bias towards half orcs. I appreciate that. I'm taking that into consideration. I'm just saying, please have an open mind about who I am,
Roll a
because
persuasion
I
check.
too have been a prisoner.
Gak,
roll a persuasion check.
Gak, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Here we go. Persuasion. Pretty good on that. Under P, yeah?
Yep.
Got a +3 on that.
Hey.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So what was that total? 19? It's still... I had a very high DC given your history there, and she says, in my experience, and no offense, men who feel the need to preface everything with I'm actually quite a nice guy, typically aren't. So...
Okay, lesson learned. Lesson learned. I'm an absolute prick.
I didn't say that.
Go to sleep, for God. Shut up. Jesus.
I'm going to roll out.
Shut up.
Are there beds in here?
Yes, there are. There are plenty of beds, bed rolls for the bandits that you guys have massacred. In fact, this would be a pretty good place to hunker down. Night is starting to fall as well. Larissa says, I might actually just bed down for the night here. But if you don't mind, I might sleep in one of the other tents, and you guys can have this one, if that's okay. I would really love to just sort of have my own space following the ordeal that I've been through.
Free now, you can totally do that. I wouldn't recommend running home, though, because it is dark. There's a lot of bad people out there. But your free choice, Larissa. Go for it.
I think that's fucking dark.
She walks out of the tent and kind of disappears from all of y'all's vision. You do hear her. You hear someone go. You hear her kind of footsteps go round, and you hear the flap of a tent door sort of elsewhere in the campground.
Can you give us a taste of her reactions when she sees the pile of bodies and ashes of dead banditos?
But fortunately for you guys, it's getting kind of dark, and they are in the woods, kind of off to the side. So she doesn't actually notice them. She does notice the big pile of charred bodies outside, and you hear her kind of spit. She clearly spits on them. She's not a big fan of these bandits who clearly.
I like her.
I'll take the first watch. Is that a thing?
Yeah. I'll sleep it hard.
I'm going to sleep for a long time.
All right. So, Noel takes first watch. Roll a perception check for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. Yes.
Okay. Oh, 21.
21. All right. As you peer off into the darkness, as night draws to a close, you hear a faint sobbing coming from the tent that you can only assume Larissa has absconded off to. The sobbing eventually subsides as she falls asleep. You hear the twit-twoos of various nighttime creatures. And off in the distance, sort of out around the fringes of the camp, after a couple of hours of watching, you see a small sort of silhouette of a very tiny creature just snuffling and shuffling around in the trees. You can't make out quite what it is, but it's a small little four-legged creature of some description snuffling around out there.
Can I kill it?
Sure. What are you? You don't know exactly what it is. It's kind of around here, the sort of area that I'm pinging, just sort of in the bushes ahead of you. What do you want to do here?
I approach it with my crossbow loaded.
Just walking towards it?
Stealthily.
Stealthily. Okay, roll a stealth check, please.
Ooh.
What do we...
20.
20. Okay. As you get closer and closer to the creature, it doesn't seem to move, and you notice it's a tiny badger, just a little badger, just sniffing around in the trees there. You're close enough that you can...
Could be a shapeshifter.
You're asleep, Gak.
Yeah, I shoot it. I shoot it with my heavy crossbow.
What a shame. Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack with your crossbow, please.
Well, I say hello to it.
No. Attack it with your crossbow.
Can you speak English?
It doesn't
speak
English.
If it can't speak English, then I'll shoot it. Okay. How do I attack it?
You just roll an attack with your crossbow at the poor little unsuspecting, with advantage because you're doing a sneak attack.
Advantage and crossbow. Click on the attack part or the heavy crossbow part?
Just click on the heavy crossbow part.
Wow. Natural 20 in there.
You demo that.
I'd say roll damage for the... go ahead and roll the damage, but I don't really know that we need to. Yeah, so there's a natural 20 in there. That's exciting. You fire a crossbow bolt at this poor little badger before it even knows what's going on. Your crossbow bolt fires. In fact, you describe to me how you kill this badger, please. This is your boss.
Well, it's quite a heavy crossbow, so I kind of aim it like at the base of its skull, and I just let fly with the thing. I don't really know what happens when it hits it. You tell me.
It just kills it. You just kill it. It's dead. Its head. You literally manage to fire the crossbow bolt right through its neck in a way that sort of severs its head from its body, and the two pieces just flump, kind of fall either side of each other in the underbrush. That badger, if it had had time to think, would have very much regretted foraging in this area.
Well, can I skin it and keep the skin, and can I get any meat out of it?
Roll a survival check for me.
Also, I've got advantage. So
that's okay. The first one was what? The 17, which is what with your modifier?
Oh, it's either 19 or 20.
20. Oh, 20. Okay, yeah. So you get one very nice badger fur, very well skinned badger fur, and 2 hunks of badger meat.
Oh, I wish you just got 2 hunks.
I got bloody 2 hunks back. I got 2 hunks asleep in the hut, my friend.
All right. Well, that's kind of it. That's the end of your watch. Who are you going to wake up to take it from here?
I'll wake up Daniel because the Gak is just too much. That's a lot going on. He needs a good sleep.
Daniel, if you're being woken up from your watch, can you have recovered your hit points at this time, or?
Yeah, you sort of presume if nothing happens by the end of the 3rd watch that we recover them.
Okay, right. So just roll a perception check for me.
Right. This one does be good. Never is.
You hear some sort of shuffling and rustling throughout the evening, but out in out in the woods, but you can't really. It never really sort of sticks around for too long. You don't really notice too much of anything.
That'll be a badger. They're lovely creatures. Lovely creatures. Oh, if I was to go and kill that, I'd be a fucking asshole. What sort of fuckwit kills badgers? I like them because they're angry. They're angry little things. I'm not going to kill them because I'm not that kind of a dick.
Other than muttering to yourself about badgers, not much takes place, so you can wake Gak up now. And Gak, can you roll a perception check for me as well, please? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'd love to, mate. I'd love to.
I've been talking to Dr. Ropater.
You haven't. Stop teasing me.
I fucking have. He says that if you ask him next time, there's every chance he'll be able to make fire come out of your anus.
Okay, I'll ask because that sounds pretty cool.
You'd be like Noel, but from the other end. Between the two of you,
I'll do you a
favour. You'd be like some sort of flaming push me, pull you.
Daniel, I'll do you a favour. If he does grant me that power to flames out of my ass, I'll advise you so you're not standing in the firing line because you're at the right height for it.
I'll fucking roast me goat on it.
Roast your face on it. Anyway, thank you for taking the second watch. I appreciate you.
Perception. And I appreciate you.
Thank you. Here we go. Perception. Make it a good one. 5. It's daytime now, though, isn't it?
No, the dawn will be breaking at the end of your watch, but for the beginning of it, it's very dark out. You can't really sort of make out much, and you spend most of your watch kind of umming and ahhing and musing about, sort of almost kind of, you know, when you have a conversation with someone and then after the fact you kind of play it over and over again in your head, and you're really going through the whole sort of contacting Dr. Ropater moment and just feeling uneasy about it, potentially worried, concerned that you might have said something upsetting or offensive. So much so that you're a little bit sort of distracted from what's going on, and you are not fully and entirely aware of everything that's kind of going on around you. But when the sun comes up the next day, what you do notice is that the bodies of the bandits that were outside the tent are gone, and there is a dead badger carcass. Well, a carcass of a small furry animal in front of you.
I wake the guys up and I say, guys, I think a badger ate all of the dead bandits and then exploded.
Oh, they'll fucking do that. They're greedy. Greedy. It'll eat itself to death.
Yeah. I didn't think badgers were dangerous, but I think from now on we should be wary of badgers.
They're like Labradors. They'll eat and eat.
I promise to kill everyone I see.
You guys can refill all of your spell slots, and I've just done it for you, Gak. Your hit points are back up to normal. Okay. Your spell slots can all be refilled. You guys have completed a long rest. The
hit point.
Noel, can you go check on Larissa or whatever her name is? I get the sense she doesn't.
Have I got 9 hit points in total? What have I got?
Yes.
Yeah, 9.
Did I get hit at all? And spell slots I should have 1 and I can't even remember what I should have. Sorry, I don't even know how to do it.
9. What are you trying to figure out how to do?
Spell slots.
Spell slots. So spell slots you should have.
You'll have 3. You've got 3, so I can do it for you here. Bam, bam, bam.
You do it. Thanks, bro. Okay, cool.
You should have 3 first level.
And the other thing was, if I shoot a crossbow, does it automatically take the bolt off?
No, if you could go and get that one, because you...
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
You also have all your bardic inspirations back, which I just did for you.
Oh, of course. What a time to be alive.
What a time
okay, I can go check on Larissa.
All right.
I don't have any spells. I've just got cantrips at the moment.
No, you've got spells.
They're all
Some
under
of your spells are first level.
So they're all under cantrips.
I thought you would have had actual.
Sometime later, Steve, we should put the weights into all the stuff I'm carrying, but a bit later.
Yeah. I don't think it was anything tremendously heavy, other than the bottles of wine and that. But it's sort of
I'm carrying 5 scimitars, which I might change my mind. Okay,
I think
cool.
it automatically. I think I drag and drop those scimitars in.
You should have 2 first level spell slots. Jared?
I already did his spell slot.
What are my spells?
You should have 2. You should know 3 first level spells and 2 cantrips.
Okay, yeah. So cantrips are the Eldritch Blast, Poison Spray.
You have Burning Hands, Expeditious Retreat, Hellish Rebuke, and Mage Armor.
And they are spells, yeah?
Yes. And you can cast 2 of them. And your cantrips are Eldritch Blast and Poison Spray.
Okay, so I can in a day I can cast 2 of them.
You can cast 2 of either Burning Hands, Expeditious Retreat, Hellish Rebuke, or Mage Armor, and you can cast your cantrips as often as you want.
I think we made a disastrous thing in that battle because I used Burning Hands 3 times. In that last battle.
That's outrageous.
I'm going to say you only used it twice.
As well as expedient retreat.
Look, let's just sort of ignore that and pretend it didn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, one of those. Hang on. One of those you might get to be able to. Nah. Let's just
Tomo, you come outside and you see Larissa has just finished placing a stone on like a large mound of stones that is very crudely arranged. She's basically piled a whole lot of all of the bandits' corpses up and put stones on them. As you come out to greet her, she looks at you and says, Good morning. Hello.
Have you buried these guys?
Yeah.
Did you bury these guys?
Actually, got up super early in the morning, found it really hard to sleep. Your friend was, he was sort of sitting out, staring off out into the wilderness, very lost in thought. And I just, as awful as these people were as my captors, 1 or 2 of them weren't too bad. There were a couple who were just poor young men who were sort of a bit lost. And I got to know a few of them. Unfortunately, because of the way you guys seem to sort of have burned most of them alive, I couldn't tell which of the 2 of these bandits were the 2 nice ones. So I just decided to bury all of them. Your mate, though, the half orc, didn't even seem to notice that I was doing it. And I just want to...
burying about half a dozen guys.
Just want to throw out there that he might not necessarily be the best sentry. Or
I don't think
person.
Okay.
Can I walk out at that point just stretching, going, whew, very uneventful night, guys. Very uneventful. Nothing happened apart from a badger eating all of the bandits' bodies. Wow. Oh, good morning, Larissa.
Can you roll a perception check, please? Gak, can you just roll a perception check for me, please? Just
I would love to. I would love to. Let me find it.
What are we looking at there?
+1 on that. It's an 8.
8. Yeah, you don't even notice. You don't notice the pile of bodies under all of the stones or anything. You just literally walk out.
Can I take a seat on the pile of stones and start eating my rations?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Can I ask? So what is in there? Say, well, I guess we should head back to Winterbum or whatever it's called, and as we walk, Larissa, do you mind telling us absolutely everything you can, everything you know about these bandits? And also, I remember there seeing a slightly kind of weird tree. Do you know anything about that? A sort of a tree on disturbed earth that we passed.
I don't know anything about a tree, and all I can tell you about this group is, I mean, the guy leading them was a real dick. He was a bully.
What do you mean, this fella?
Oh my god!
Oh, Daniel, I'm trying to eat my breakfast.
Always. Props bring things to life. You know, there's nothing like a little bit of a prop to really enliven a story.
So disgusting.
What are you holding as a prop?
Can you use that bolt of cloth to wrap it up in?
Oh, it's the head. Okay.
No, it's on the back of my backpack. It'll be fine.
Okay.
That's all the more reason for us to get back to Thorndon before it starts to go off. So
Daniel,
let's get this.
Okay.
I know this. With that head on the back of your backpack, you'll never get attacked by a tiger.
Why's that?
Thank fuck.
Because tigers only attack from behind, and it will see the face on the back, and it won't attack him. So very wise, Daniel. Well played.
In a day when his tongue's all rotted out and the eyes start falling out, the tiger's going to be.
I don't think tigers can really differentiate between a dead face and a.
Do you know how I knew that, Gak? I knew that because Dr. Roparter told me that last night.
Did he? My God.
When we were chatting.
How come you and Dr. Roparter are real good friends now?
Well, because sometimes when you stand up to someone, they respect you. You know?
That's true.
I told him I wasn't going to have a fucking bar of his piss poor behaviour, and he was like, you know what? You're right. And I said to him, I looked him in the persuasion check. Right, let's have a look. I'm not great at this, so we'll see how that goes.
That says you don't buy this.
That's great.
One. He's pushed the gag too far.
I'm to carry on with it. I'm list to this.
I stand up to him and use my intimidation to tell him to stop ripping the piss out of my patron. Shall I roll intimidation?
Yes.
Come on. 13 plus. Hold on. I've got a +5. Yeah.
+5. Fuck, man.
Can you roll? +5. Can you roll your intimidation back at this? We'll do an intimidate off to see if he intimidates you. What is that? 18 versus what's your modifier?
22.
22. So 22. Yeah. So you Daniel just kind of laughs at you a little bit. Like, obviously you don't buy his shame anymore, but you're not going to stop him from teasing you about it.
All right.
I fucking love it when you fire up, Gak. You get a little bit of a tiny little chubby boner on you, and a little bit of a flick of sweat, and it's God, look alive.
Not tiny to you. It's bigger than your leg.
Bigger than me arm. Let's not get ahead of yourself. There's a woman present. What are you talking about? You're schlong.
I start stalking off in a mood.
Okay, so get
towards the road.
Let's go.
All right.
You stay next to me, Larissa.
Yeah, Larissa
sensitive little fucking rich boy.
Larissa sticks incredibly close to Noel. Oh wait, I'm hearing feedback from someone here
now. It's probably mate Stan, but
seems to have stopped.
We've lost. Jeez. Is that better?
It's probably yes, that is better. That's really good. I like it. I'm
Apologies.
Yeah. You guys push and you guys kind of carve your way through the for an hour through the thick forest, and eventually come to the edge of the pathway through the trees that leads back to the main pathway.
Can I just investigate that tree with the disturbed ground, pulled out of the ground thing? Are we going past that at all?
Yeah. Yep.
No, I told you that is the fake leg of a giant.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't believe you. It's just that I don't believe you. So what do I roll?
Thank you for clearing that up.
Roll another investigation check to have another look around the area. Yeah, you still can't tell anything about it.
Fuck, god damn it. 10? No. Ugh.
Yeah, we still don't sort of notice a whole heck of a lot. Okay, after a while, you guys make it back to the main
You know that
road.
20 you rolled for killing the badger? You need to roll it then.
No, I just don't like badgers. Okay.
When you make it back to the
Did
road,
you kill a fucking badger?
Huh?
Did you kill a fucking badger?
Yeah, I thought it was a shapeshifter.
That's really impressive, Noel, because badgers, they ate all of those bandits. I'm really impressed by that. From now on, I'm going to call you Noel the Badger Killer.
Again, Larissa is Noel, just kind of rubbing her temples, like, oh god.
Like leader of the bandit killer, maybe, like the killer of the chief bandit.
No, it's much more impressive that you killed a badger, because the leader of the bandits didn't eat all of the bandits.
Should we
keep going? Get the start back and get the reward, or I've got a fucking dog to get. I've got to see a man about a fucking dog.
Let's get Larissa home, then let's go get your dog.
Great call.
Larissa just sort of says to you guys, yeah, the Witherbone is about a day. I just don't want you guys to be unawares that Witherbone is about a day's walk north of us. Can you all roll a perception check for me, please? Just quickly now.
Oh, my perception's so kick-ass.
Daniel.
God damn it. 10 for me.
Solid 7 for me.
Yeah. From Daniel, that's good enough. So you guys, Daniel, you sort of notice two figures jogging towards you from the south at a reasonably fast pace. Actually, about 4 or 5 people actually kind of jogging towards you from the south heading towards you.
Have they seen me?
They have not seen you yet. No, you guys are kind of in the edge of the trees here.
Right, I'm gonna motion for everybody to hide. Hide. And I'm going to hide.
Okay, roll that stealth check for me, please, bud.
I'm fucking hiding.
I'm hiding the shit out of it. That's a +3 on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm inside a tree.
Oh, god damn it. God damn it. God damn it.
Gak hides behind a tree. Daniel hides behind a tree. Noel hides in a bush of flowers. And Larissa, after kind of looking around, decides to kind of just zip behind the same tree that Daniel's hiding behind. That's not great. Hold on a second. Where am I looking here? What do I want?
Was someone knocking on a door before?
Yeah, I think someone knocked on my door, and I thought my wife would get it, but I think she's taking the dog out for a walk. I think she took my youngest out with the dog when we were talking about how big my willy is.
Fantastic.
That's there you go. He's just talking to his friend.
All right. A group of 5 men all kind of make their way out onto the main road. You notice from where you're hiding, 2 of them are familiar to you. It is the 2 bandits that you guys let go earlier. They also have a small collection of a couple of other gentlemen, some of whom, Gak, you recognize from the town of Thorndon, as faces that you've sort of seen around town. The first thing that... Hold on, let me go. I'll use this guy here. Hold on. I just want to see if we roll incredibly low here, they won't notice Noel hiding terribly in the bushes. But...
Question, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
So we encountered 3. Daniel killed one by headbutting him to death.
Yes.
One of them told us everything and then left. And the other one...
Without pencil.
Went into the camp and revealed our presence to everybody in the camp, right?
No, that was a completely different guy. He was a lookout who you guys didn't see, but he saw you and he ran and raised the alarm.
we heard the rustle.
No, this was the guy whose pants you removed, and he's now returned with pants, but different pants, very makeshift pants. Right. The first thing they do when they show up is they point at the big guy in the front, the rather heavy-looking dude, points at the bushes and says, "You, Dragonborn, where are your friends? Where's the Half Orc?" Oh, sorry, that wasn't his voice. You, Dragonborn, where's your Half Orc friend?
I cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
And I'm crouched down, right?
Yes.
I cast the illusion of a small floral bush around myself, which looks like the floral bush I'm in, hopefully thereby becoming invisible.
What?
I look him in the eye, and I go, click, and then I cast an illusion of the place that I'm squatting down in. Does that work? What do I have to do that?
You're going to have to roll a 20.
Oh, will I?
No.
What does it say here? If a creature uses it to examine the sound or image, the creature can determine that it is an illusion with a successful intelligence check against your spell save DC. Okay. So what's your...
Your DC is 13, isn't it?
Oh.
Spell save DC. Where do I go to find my spell save DC?
So if you go to the spells tab, so the spell page, it'll be at the top.
13, yeah, right.
It's one of the...
Okay. He rolled an 18. He goes, excuse me, I've seen magic in my life.
Okay.
Did you just cast the illusion of the bush you're hiding in around yourself in an attempt to hide from me after I'd already seen you? Could you just come out here and have a chat, please? We don't mean you any harm.
Okay, I stand up and I say, "Ha, good work."
Was that one of your spell slots, Scott?
And it's a cantrip.
Okay, good.
Cantrip. It's fine. It's golden.
I go, great work, guys. Great work. That was the first test. I am a big fan of your friend Winston, who's the leader of the bandits, as we all know. And we've kind of joined up. And he said to do a test, do a little magic test, just to sort of like skill build for the gang. And you have passed, so great work. What's your name again, mate?
Gordon. Can you roll a persuasion check, please?
Gordon.
Roll a persuasion check for everything all that bullshit you just fucking spouted.
There is the other skill which he hasn't used before, which is deception, which is actually the skill for lying.
Oh,
okay.
Well, what's your?
What
are you saying?
No, let's cancel that one. Shall we?
No. We go with the one. But what's your deception modifier?
My deception modifier. Oh, is it 4?
Is it 19?
It's a natural. You rolled a natural 1 anyway. He walks up to you and says, that's rough. Rough that you're working for Winston. Oh, and he goes, he says, I don't, honestly, I don't believe a fucking word you're saying, but I do not work for Winston anymore. I am currently in the employ of a Mr. Thunderclouad, Senior the Fourth. We have been charged.
Oh, great! We've got his son. Sorry. Good, carry on.
I'm going to step out. I'm going to step out from the tree right now and intervene because this is going fucking sideways.
I stay hidden,
and I will throw down Winston's head at the feet of the guy and go, I'm sorry about my friend. He's drunk.
Can you roll an intimidation check for me, please? Just for the throwing down of the dead head. Also, there is the rotting corpse of a dead man on that.
Ooh.
What do we got there in total?
That's 17. That's as intimidating as fuck.
When you roll the head down there, all of the men in the party all kind of take like a slight sort of step back. They also notice the body of a dead guy on the ground. One of them realizes that the dead man looks just a lot like him. It's a coincidental resemblance, but he does notice they're fairly similar looking. But everyone kind of takes a step back, and the big guy again says, "Look, I don't mean any offense, and I don't want any trouble. I'm fully aware of what you are able to do," he says, looking at Daniel Underbough, clearly remembering watching the tiny halfling shatter his best friend's pelvis in two with his forehead. Larissa is kind of still hiding in the trees and looking at so is Gak. The man continues and he says, when we got back to town, we tried to we went to the inn and we figured we needed to start a new life, so we went looking for work. And we are now in the employ of Mr. Thunderclouad Senior, and we have been charged as a group to bring his son back, preferably alive, dead, not so big of a problem, his dad says. All he wants is a sword and a rug and a few, and he pulls out like a piece of paper and kind of looks and goes, and a few other, it looks like, items to be returned.
I will toddle up to him and stand a head back distance from his pelvis and go, what if he doesn't want to come back, fella?
Or what if we don't know what you're talking about, Daniel? What if we haven't, and I kind of start winking at Daniel, what if we don't know? Oh, hang on, has he already met him? He already knows he's with us.
Yeah, that's what the guy looks at you and he says, I don't want to be rude. I realise that you are both more than capable adventurers, but I did have a fight with all three of you together as a group just 2 days ago, and I am aware of your association.
Can I just sidebar with the big fella for a moment?
Absolutely.
You guys just park this?
Not a problem.
And I'm just going to sidebar with Noel for a moment. Noel, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I seem to have bungled this. You talk. I'll just stand here. You go ahead.
This is why I'm the leader and why you shouldn't fucking roll your eyes when the few times that I claim that I am.
Here we go. It's not the time. It's Daniel. It's not the time.
Okay, the large guy interrupts him. Sorry, if I might just say,
no,
I'm not.
No, shut up. Shut up. Grown up
you go
fucking talking. All right, I will. All right? Try not to chip in a way that is unhelpful.
Okay, fine. All
right.
Rude.
I'll toddle. Don't. Just don't. No fucking chipping. All right? And I'll go back and I'll right. So back to the question. What if he doesn't want to come back?
Well, here's the thing. We have been charged by Mr. Thundercloud and to a larger extent the magistrate of the town of Thornden to retrieve one half-orc named Gak Thundercloud and bring him back to Thornden to face charges of theft and also potentially the murder and arrangement of several members of the Thundercloud household's servant employ in the... Apparently he killed 3 of the servants and arranged them in a strange triangle. All right?
Oh, God, not again.
I just...
The thing is, fella, no. Your breath is valuable. I know that your time could be spent much better somewhere like a pub or maybe shagging each other. I don't know how it is with you, but I think that I'm going to stop you there because he's dead.
Roll a deception check, please.
Oh, this is not my strong suit. All right, let's give it a go. There we go.
Ooh.
What have we got there?
Oh, yeah, well,
17. The guy looks at you and says, How did he die? As all the men sort of start to look at each other, murmur and whisper.
Well, he tried to... He tried to kill Winston, the leader whose head is there, and he was surrounded by many, many bandits who just were hacking away at him, hacking. It was terrible. Hacked to pieces, mutilated. You won't find any bits of his body left because the badgers came in and just ate the fucking things. And then
buried them under some stones.
Made me sick to my stomach. Yeah, and... so we slaughtered them. I mean, mainly it was me, but the big fella helped a little bit. But Gak, he's terrible, hacked to pieces. Oh, such a bad scene.
And where might we... are there any identifiable remains we might be able to bring back to his father? And also, sidebar, his belongings. In particular, the belongings that weren't his, but were actually the property of his dad. Namely, one very expensive rug, a weapon sword, I believe. He sort of starts looking down the list, and then just hands the list over to you and says,
"Burnt." I'll look at the list and go, "Oh, burnt. Oh, melted. Burnt. Oh, broken, destroyed."
He says, "Do you have? Do you have anything we could?
Can I just chip in? Sorry, just while we're talking, there was not any sort of reward or anything for Gak or anything with sort of information or.
We are in the employ of the Thundercloud House, and also the magistrate of the town of Thornden. They have paid us to come here and bring back.
No.
Is there any reward for us?
No.
Just curious. Okay, well then fine. No, he's dead.
Especially since we would need to bring something back with us to prove everything that you're saying. Because if you understand sort of our position, if we went back to town and said, turns out he died, mutilated beyond recognition, and so were all of the belongings, one might assume that what actually happened was we just went like 30 minutes out of town, hid in the bushes, played with our tallywhackers for a little bit, and then went back into town and said, can't find him, he's gone. So we really do need some sort of evidence of some kind that we could bring back that at least shows the people who we are in the employ of, that we have in fact at least made an attempt to do the job for which we were employed, if any of that makes any sense to anyone here, please.
I'm pretty sure it's all back at the camp, mate.
Yeah, back at the camp. You know where it is. There's a big pile of rocks. Whatever's left of his, it'll be under there. So you could do that, or you could fucking jog on.
He says, well, if it's all the same to you, all right, lads, it looks like we're going to be scrounging through a whole lot of corpses to try and find at least something to bring back. Let's go! And with that, without the dead guy, well, you see the group of gentlemen jog, and they jog right past you, Gak. Obviously, they haven't been able to spot you because of your incredibly good hiding. They all sort of disappear along the pathway. And
that fucking Noel is how you negotiate with people. You don't fucking play all your fucking cards out straight away. Look at you, performer, want to make a big song and dance and declaim and look at this and I'm a handsome man and listen to me being smooth and we all going to be mates. That's not fucking how you negotiate.
Yeah, but I'm playing like bad negotiator, good negotiator. It's a classic. Don't worry about it, Daniel. It's a craft thing. Don't worry about it. Okay, we're fine. You're welcome. Larissa, how are you going?
I come out of the bushes and I go, oh my God, guys, I knew we were friends. Thank you so much for doing that.
I knew I'd regret
And then I take out the scimitar, my dad's scimitar, right, and I throw it down on the ground, and I take out the bedroll, and I throw that on the ground. I said, when they come back, they'll find these, and that's the proof, and then they don't need to follow us anymore. Thank you so much.
We can't fucking leave them right where we were talking.
Oh, where do you want me to leave them?
We've got to fucking... But it'd be fucking obvious if they were right there.
Yeah, but sure, but they're not going to. They're just going to. Surely they're just going to go. Well, we'll just take this, and then that's proof with that story, right?
No, we're going to have to fucking go back along the path a little bit and throw it up in the tree or something.
Okay, I'll do that.
Before you do that, you hear a loud scream. Several loud screams, and what sounds like the crunching of branches and the crushing of leaves, just sort of off in the distance, sort of past the tree line where all the men disappeared. You see trees kind of swaying and rustling, and the severed upper torso of what you recognize to be the larger gentleman comes sailing through over the tree line, missing its legs completely, and thuds on the ground in front of you as the wailing and screaming continues from the just inside the forest, out of your vision. Very loud sounds.
I think that's the one-legged giant.
I think this is our cue to fuck off.
Can I quickly search the upper torso of this guy?
Sure. Can you roll an investigation check, please?
Sure. Wow, I just got to let it go to waste. Wow. For God's sake!
It's very clearly torn in half, and you can see, however, that rigor mortis has set in, and he is clutching in his hand a mace.
Whatever this is, do you think we can fight it, or should we skedaddle?
No,
as Gak says that, immediately after Gak says that, do you think we can fight it? 2 legs and another body come flying out of the woods and kind of actually knock Larissa down to the ground. And she screams and stands up and pedals backwards.
Can I search the legs and the other body?
Sure.
I'm going to start sort of not running, but briskly walking north.
Okay, I'll just be just a quick look.
What's that? A 10 plus what?
12. 12.
You don't. There's no. It's just a disgusting.
God damn it!
Clearly, it looks like it's been very much torn in half. The screaming and thudding and whatnot that's just inside the tree line continues as Gak and Larissa. By the way, Larissa very uncharacteristically sees Gak begin to leave, and in horror, looking at the dead body, follows after him.
What?
By the way,
is the dog south?
I'm keeping my scimitar and my bedroll. I'm putting it all back in my pack.
Okay, great.
Just hurriedly scooping them up.
Yeah.
Is the dog south? Should we get the dog first and then go north?
Thorndon is to the south. But Gak is currently bailing north.
I think we follow Gak.
I've had 2 cups of tea. I've got to wee again.
While he goes for a wee, you guys also notice just across the path in front of you, in a hurried panic, a large stag and 2 deer come fleeing out of the woods and are running across the path, terrified. They are they're
don't fucking shoot it.
Fleeing across.
Wow, we've got to wait for them to have a pay. Hang on. So should we? But should we run? Should we go get your dog first, or should we go north? Because her stuff's north, right?
No, her stuff's north. I think we should go north and let whatever's ripping people apart sort of
right. What have I missed?
Get it out of its system.
There's wildlife. So in the time that happened, that wildlife have run sort of across your path and out of the woods. You also hear an incredibly loud, huge growl.
Okay, let's go.
And what you see this time, as you look above the tree line, you see like a sort of star, like a starfishing human body sort of flip through the air and scream, "Wah!" Like it's the classic Star Wars scream, and fall back down into the tree line.
Jesus, let's get the fuck out. What the fuck is
north.
It? Yeah, can we go north, please?
It's a fucking giant.
With 1 leg.
Jesus. 1 leg or 2 legs. It's ripping people in half. Let's take this bent back to her father. Let's grab her money. Then go back and get the dog.
Yes. Love it.
Maybe we need to take another road back so we don't go past this giant.
No, he's in the bush.
Won't be, in another day's time, he won't be here. He'll have got it all out of his system and he'll fucked off.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I mean, right back.
I get close to the tree line because I know the giant could probably see over the trees.
Larissa, which way should we go? Do we go straight or you tell us which way to go?
Sorry. Yes, just if we just head north, just follow this road to the north, and we'll be.
Let's do this.
Yeah, great. Let's go. So you all head north and travel for the entirety of the day. Hold on a second. Yeah. As you travel, there's not a lot that goes on from. Whoops. Oh yeah, because I need to do that first. Not a lot happening. And as the sun goes down, with all of you kind of really beating feet because of the just sort of generally horrifying nature of what you were witnessing there, you come across the Witherbone Tavern. You can hear the sort of sounds of music within. The sun is starting to set. There's a sort of there's some mirthy noises going on within. As you approach it, Larissa runs to the front door and runs inside and out of your sight.
All right, I just want to make it clear to all of you before we go in that any fucker that calls me a child is going to eat my fucking pick.
All right, and then I'll burn them.
Okay.
I've got your back, mate.
Yeah. Just let me try to, just chat to them first, because there's a lot going on.
Maybe you could do a song.
I'm pretty keen to walk. Yeah, I could just... You know what? I'm going to walk up to the door, and I'll kick the door open and make an announcement to everybody inside.
Alrighty, what's the big announcement?
That's what I would like to do. I'm going to kick open the door. Have I kicked open the door?
Roll a strength check to see how well you kick that door open.
Oh, God damn it. What do I click on?
I'll subtly help him.
Just the strength.
Without him knowing, I'll look beneath him and help him so he's got advantage.
Okay, just strength on the left-hand side.
I'll just beneath him. So I
Does
don't
zero?
want to look bad.
Or do I click under saving throw?
No, just strength.
0.
It's 0, so it's just a flat D20.
Oh, sorry, the word. Yes, sorry, guys.
Oh!
For fuck's sake.
But advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, you have advantage.
Oh, no, I rolled a 2. Do I make the door
roll
open?
again?
You get to roll again, luckily, because Daniel's helping you. So you get to make another roll.
Well, do I stub my toe on that? Oh, wow. Okay. Jeez.
All right. You kick the door open, and Daniel bursts in alongside you. Before you make the announcement, let me just tell you exactly what it is that you sort of spot right off the bat. There are 2 fairly well armored men standing either side of the door on the inside.
I didn't see them before.
They're inside. You just sort of saw them as you came in. There is a gentleman tending the taps of the inn. With he was. It looks like he was previously tending the taps of the inn. He is now currently in an embrace with Larissa. There's a gentleman sitting at a table who's immediately looked up from what he was doing to see the two of you. There's also a rather crazy-looking old coot sitting next to just a very sort of average-looking dude. And that's sort of, oh, wait a minute. And also, sitting in the corner, nursing a drink, the hugest woman you've ever seen. She's enormous. She has incredibly huge biceps. She's got a massive... on her back, it's actually the thing that stands out to you the most. Across her, resting next to her, is a giant warhammer that is encrusted with jewels. It's almost blinding to look at. But she is kind of
take a run at that.
She's angrily kind of sitting in the corner, sort of angrily drinking. Ooh. Anyway, that's what you see when you first come in. So, what is the announcement that you want to make as you burst through the front door?
Citizens of Winterburn, we have cleared your roads of bandits. I am Noel Leeming, your savior. I killed Winston, the leader of the bandits. You're welcome. Yes, it's me from the folk heroes. It's from the folk tales. I look forward to your rustic hospitality. Hi.
Can you just roll
a
flat charisma check for me, please?
Okay, sure. I don't even know how.
I'm not helping with this.
Oh!
Okay.
What, 15 plus what?
15 plus... 4. It says 19, so... Hi, everybody.
The Larissa immediately sort of says to the rest of the tavern, it is true. These two are my saviors.
And then I walk in and go, hi.
And Larissa points at you. Group. Larissa points at you and says, and he is also with them.
I am with them.
Yes, he's with us. And this is my good friend who is a halfling, probably. He's definitely not a child. He's called Daniel.
The man behind the bar immediately turns from hugging what you can assume is his daughter and says, well, a round of drinks for the savior of my little girl. I truly thought I would never see her again. And he pours 3 rather full glasses of ale and plonks them all down on the counter in front of himself.
Great.
I will walk up to the counter, take 2 of them, and take one of them over to the enormous woman, put that down in front of her and go, that one's for you.
Here we go.
Okay, can I get a...
I lean across to Gak and I say, watch a player play the game.
Just a charisma check from you as well, please, Daniel.
Oh, this will be fucking messy. There we go. Enjoy this.
Oh.
Ooh.
She takes the drink.
Oh, hello.
She takes the drink, drinks the drink. What was that? 14 plus what?
15.
15. Yeah, she takes the drink, drinks the entire drink, puts it down, looks at you and says, "Well, you look like you can handle yourself. Even though..."
I will also completely chop my drink in one.
Can you roll a constitution check, please?
Oh, fuck. All right. Just a straight one or a constitution save?
Constitution saving throw, please.
All right.
Oh my God.
That's slightly better. I may not cough it everywhere. Oh, yes.
Yeah, you nick it and swallow it. And she says, "Impressive." And then kind of scooches to the side to offer you a space. And then looks to the bartender and says, "Surely the saviour of your daughter is worthy of another drink on the house, as is the company he chooses to keep." The bar,
right? And I will look at Jack and Noel and give them the guns. Give them the love hand crossbows.
Well, maybe we should let Daniel weave his magic over there while we snoop around. What do you reckon?
Sounds good to me.
The bartender pours for... he says, "How about a round for the entire house?" And he pours drinks for everyone. The two guards kind of make their way towards the bar as well. And he looks at them and says, "Not you, you're working." And they both go back to their gig, minding the front door.
So does this turn into a thing where like there's two timelines, sort of like Daniel's macking and we're yakking?
Does it now turn into like Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
We're sort of
indoor and then there's Death Star.
Yes, but it's in the same room at the same time. Where do you guys want to go? There are three empty tables in the tavern, or there's the two gentlemen sitting at a table together.
I'm going to go sit with the mad old lady.
It's an old man, but
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, Christopher Lloyd. And what are you gonna join him, Noel?
You know what? I'll go over and sit with the fat guy on the right.
All right. Larissa disappears out into the back, and she sort of has a quick word to her dad, and she disappears off out of sight. Her dad is obviously in a very, very, very high spirit seeing his daughter again. Let's start off with you, Gak. Gak, you approach the table with the younger gentleman and the crazy-looking older gentleman. How do you want to approach them, and what do you want to do?
Well, first of all, I'm bringing over their drinks that the barman has poured for them.
Alrighty.
I sit down next to them and say, "Well met, strangers. My name is Stack."
Can you roll a deception check, please?
Okay. Am I deceptive?
Gak Thunderclouad.
+3.
Oh.
Or what? 17 plus what?
3. 20.
20.
20.
Okay, great. Yeah. The younger man remains quiet, but the older, crazy-looking gentleman says, "Stack, is it? A half orc, I see. Ooh, I've never had a half orc try any of my product before." He looks over to see that the bartender's not paying any attention. He reaches into a little pouch, produces a small purple mushroom, and slides it across the table to you and says, "I'd be very interested to see what would happen if you were to try some of my product."
Would it be a nature check I'd have to roll on that?
To determine what it is? Yeah.
Yeah,
if you want to. Roll a nature check.
Cool. I have got a +0 on that.
+0. What did you get there? 19.
19.
I'll get you guys to yell out your dice rolls as well. Just tell me what the number is as soon as you see it. Okay. So 19. So you look at this little purple mushroom. You don't know this one specifically, but you do know that mushrooms of various kind of sizes and shapes and colors can have various different effects. And from what you can tell from this one, it very much looks like the kind of mushrooms that people would take for recreational purposes. Perhaps to have wild experiences. The guy continues to kind of raise his eyebrows at you. He's got a very excited look on his face. And he's like, if you want to try, I promise you'll have a very good time.
I push it back to him. And say,
we got that feedback going. What does make that happen?
Not a mushroom fan.
Sorry, Jared.
Do you have
hold up, Jared.
any
hold up. Something's like feeding back there, but I think it's gone now.
Oh fuck! Sorry, is it probably me again? I need to change over from. Sorry, shit. I'll just do.
I think it's because your headphones are like on your microphone, and so when I talk, your microphone is picking up whatever your headphones are doing somehow.
No, I think it's because I've gone open to. Why isn't? Oh fuck! It's not coming through. Oh fuck! Sorry. I was trying to do it on the slide. Is that working? No, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. I'll go back. No. How is that?
There you go. Okay, continue, Jared. Sorry, it's just that
apologies.
Double voiceage there. Continue.
I politely push the mushroom back to him, and I say, "Thank you so much for your kind gesture. I'm not a mushroom fan. Do you have any almonds?"
He picks the mushroom up off the table, pops it in his own mouth, and goes, "Well, it's your loss." And then swallows the mushroom, presses himself firmly back in his chair, and just starts looking at you really wide-eyed, and starts grinding his teeth and laughing to himself hysterically. The young man sitting next to him just kind of puts his head in his hands and just goes, "Oh God."
Okay, I point at the younger guy,
Breaking Bad,
and I go, "What's your story, mate? What's your name? What's going on here?"
He says, "My name is Douglas, and honestly, I'm just here to make sure my granddad doesn't get into any trouble, which is almost certainly going to happen, as it often always does."
Okay. Well, you're not getting any trouble from me. I thought I'd have a decent conversation over here, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen.
After you say that, the old man goes, "Oh," and then looks at the boy and goes, "It's talking. Do you see it? It's talking. It's talking. How are you talking? How are you talking? How are you?
Can I use performance?
How is it that you're talking?" It's like right in your face, and he's like, "How is it that you're able to talk?"
I put my hand on his face, push him away from me, and then I snap my fingers and allow a little flame to appear, and say, "I'm talking because I am you."
He stands up and puts both his hands above his head and says, "Blessings! Blessings are upon all of us! We are all truly united under one sky tonight! Blessings are upon..." At which point the bartender says, "Shut up, Gavin! Honestly!" And then looks at you and says, "I'm very sorry. Gavin, please." And Gavin sits down and just continues to kind of roll in a circle going, "Blessings. Blessings are upon me."
I grab my pint and walk back over to the barman and go, "Well, that was weird."
The barman says, "Oh, yep, that's Gavin." All right, so we'll flick over now to Tomo, who is sitting with a rather fine, fancy-looking gentleman. How do you want to approach this guy?
I approach him in a similar manner where I bring over the house drinks provided by the bar, and I'd bring my own drink, and I slide it over and I go, "Fat man, I see you're could do with a drink. Please take this and enjoy. Commoner, are you? You've probably heard of me."
Let's roll. Can I just roll a persuasion? No, not persuasion. Just roll a charisma check again. I'll just get you guys to roll charisma checks as you approach these guys, just to see how they generally feel about you.
17 plus 21. There we go.
He looks at you and says, "Indeed, I have. No Leeming, is it?
That's right. You never buy better.
I've heard tales of your tales. My name is Felix."
What's that, mate?
My name is Felix Dabweather. My name is Felix Dabweather. I am a traveling merchant. Perhaps I could interest you in some of my wares. He goes to open his coat up as if to sort of show you some things that might be on the inside of it. But before he does, the bartender looks over at you and says, "No selling inside the tavern unless you're going to give me my percentage there, Felix. You know the rules." And Felix says, "Of course, I'll make sure that you get your percentage." He opens up his coat, and what you see arranged on the inside of his coat are a whole lot of various sort of looking elixirs, potions, various elixirs and potions.
Well, Felix, I might be liking what I'm seeing there, and I'm not just talking about your potions. No, I am sorry. Do you buy stuff? Is it do you buy stuff as well as your sell stuff, or are you just a potion seller?
He says, "This is what I have on me. Various potions of love, potions that will make you more heroic. I even have a potion that will make you completely disappear from sight."
Oh, how much are they? Can I have a quick price list of these things?
Sure. He tells you he's got potions of healing. He even has one potion of greater healing. He's got a potion of heroism, a potion of invisibility.
How much are they?
So let's see. So the potion of heroism is 180 gold pieces.
100?
Yeah. The potion of invisibility is 180 gold pieces. He has a potion of water breathing that's 180 gold pieces. He has one potion of greater healing for 150 gold pieces. He has 4 potions of healing at 50 gold pieces a pop. And he has a...
Well... Any more?
Potion of fire breath for 150 gold.
Okay, well, I don't know that, Felix.
And a potion of growth. He says, and I also have a potion of growth, but that'll run you 270 gold pieces.
Okay, that's a touchy subject. But I wouldn't bring it up to. Well, I mean, I don't want to speak for him, but hey, it's probably too rich for my blood, Felix. But what I could say, do you mind inspecting? Do you know much about other potions? I've got a little vial here of a potion which I don't really know what's in it. Can I show him the small vial of unnamed potion?
Yeah, he looks at it and says, "Oh, I know exactly what that is. 3 silver to identify your potion."
Yep. Fine.
Okay,
so I got into
take 3 silver out of your inventory.
Yeah, there we go. There you go. Yep.
And he tells you, "What you've got there, my friend, is a potion of climbing. When you drink this potion, you gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour. During this time, you have advantage on strength, athletic checks you make to climb, and the potion is separated into brown, silver, and grey layers resembling bands of stone. Shaking the bottle fails to mix the colours." That's what I've just basically read flat out off the thing there. I can actually drop that. If you get rid of the potion that you had there, I will drop a potion of climbing into your inventory so that you have the full description there.
Great. Well, I mean, if we could, it's just a bit too much, Felix. Like, if we all pulled it together, we might be able to buy 1.
How many gold coins is a platinum worth?
Oh, yeah.
10, right?
Oh.
I mean, I might be able to. It's just this. It's a bit too.
There you go. Potion of climbing is in there.
How much is the invisibility one?
180 gold pieces for the invisibility.
Can you try and sell him the climbing one, or swap?
Wow, the climbing one. How much would you take for the climbing one?
I'll give you for a potion of climbing. Oh, it's a little bit. I'll give you 90 gold pieces for that.
I might hold on to the potion of climbing. To be honest, would you take 5 scimitars for the potion of invisibility?
Hold on. He says, look, I don't really trade in weaponry. I don't. While I'm sure you could fetch a decent price for those scimitars, I'm more sort of. I like to trade in things that I can easily arrange within my cloak here. Mm-hmm. And scimitars, a little bit clangy, a little bit bangy, a little bit heavy, not really my speed. But
okay,
whoever held those scimitars clearly fell to a mighty hero indeed. No, Leeming, I can't believe.
Yeah, that was definitely me. Cool. Okay, well, thank you, Felix. I might just tell I yell across to Gak. Hey, Gak. I can't remember how much gold you've got, but this guy's got some potions if you want any.
As you yell that over to Gak, remember we're at the space-time continuum. As you yell that over to Gak, you're actually drowned out by the barkeeper going,
right.
Gordon! I've told you to calm down! Or whatever it was he yelled before. And Gak gets up and walks over to the bartender. But sorry, you were telling him that this guy sells potions. You can do it again, and potentially.
I'll walk over to the bar. I walk over to the bar and I say hi to the bartender and Gak, and I say to Gak, "Hey, there's a guy over there selling potions. I can't afford any. We might get a healing one. That might be interesting, but it'd be pretty fun if you got a love potion. Sort of rubbed it on Daniel."
I don't think he needs any help falling in love. Look at him.
Okay.
Speaking of Daniel, let's head on over there. Daniel is sitting down next to a large, an incredibly large woman. She's about 7 feet tall in total. Her fancy magic hammer is sitting there. She's enjoying your company very much, Daniel. What do you want to do next?
I'll hoist myself up so I'm sitting on the table.
Yeah.
In fact, if I stand, I'll probably be eye level with her.
Right.
And I'll go. I'm terribly sorry. I necked a beer in front of you, and I didn't give you my name, Daniel Underbough.
And she smiles and responds saying, "Bridget Glamhammer. Always nice to meet a fellow warrior." And she looks at your war pick and says, "An impressive weapon. Not as impressive, however, as this." She grabs the bejeweled warhammer that is next to her and spins it around in the air and she says, "This is the Glam Hammer." And she quite proudly shows it off as she demonstrates a few sort of twirling and whirling motions and then kind of places it back where it was and sits herself back down again.
That is a fucking glamorous hammer.
It certainly is.
And if I may be so bold as to ask, which came first, your name or the name of the hammer? Did you take your name from the hammer, or did the hammer take its name from you?
She leans in and says, "My real last name is Weissman. Glamhammer's got a bit of a better ring to it."
Absolutely, it does. Run with that.
And then she...
I don't have a novelty name. I'm not a creative genius, such as itself. But it's a great last name, especially when it matches the tool.
She looks at you and kind of says, "Well, A real warrior should always name their weapon. She kind of grabs your war pick. Whatever. She sort of goes to like. She holds her hand out. Actually, she's a warrior. She's kind. She holds her hand and says, "May I examine, please?"
Oh, of course. Absolutely. And I'll hand her the war pick.
Yeah, she holds the war pick, which sort of in her hands is quite like it looks quite tiny. But she's still very impressed by it. She turns it over. It's still dirty with the blood of the several raiders that you've killed. So she looks at you and says, "I know. You've had combat very recently, I see. Not even had time to clean it. Either that or you're very dirty."
Oh, well, that's a story for another time.
Tell me. I love a good tale. Regale me with one of your best kills, please. She sits down and kind of goes onto a listening pose.
Right. I've got two choices for you. You can either have conventional or novelty.
Novelty every time.
Can I, at this point, suggest background music from Noel to enhance the storytelling?
Oh, yes. Continue the story. I shall...
Can I do some fire in my fingers and give him a light?
Okay, so at this point, we'll say that the timeline has caught up with itself, and the two of you, Gak, you sort of make your way over and awkwardly, I guess, provide some fiery effects, and Noel is going to provide some musical accompaniment. As she looks at the two of you, like she looks at Noel, and she kind of gives a bit of a nod just at the general sort of 7-footness of you, and then she looks at Gak and she. Right. And then Daniel, I'm going to say she kind of gives you the eyes of like, are these guys, is this your thing?
And I'll go like this. So, picture this. We're in a forest. And there's this brigand in front of me, Bandit. And he's looking at me. And he calls me a fucking child. And if there's anything that sets me off, I'm sure you're the same. How many times do you get sick of, how's the air up there? And other things like that. I get sick of it. And I go running up to this fucker. And I'm so angry. I'm so pissed off. And I just reach back with my head and I headbutt him right in the clacker. And it fucking just ruptures everything. Bursts like a blood sausage. And he falls double and he's completely dead. Smashed his nuts. Both of them. Just like getting a right walnut and just banging it with your hand. And they just exploded everywhere.
Tomo, can you roll a performance check for me, please?
Sorry, I'm in real trouble. I think I've broken my reed.
Yeah, if you just roll a performance check, just to see generally how we're feeling about this.
Ooh.
All right. After hearing your story, and actually, Gak, I know you're provided, can you roll a performance check for me as well? I just want to see how well your flamey fingers have assisted the situation.
Performance?
Terrible.
No, there's a plus 3 on that. 7.
All right. She waves you down, Tomo. She waves you down, so you don't need to play your clarinet. She says, "I love a good story. I really do. It seems to me like the three of you, indicating Noel and Daniel, the two of you," and then she just kind of side eyes Gak Thunderclouad. Looks like you all get into a little bit of adventuring, a little bit of mischief, and definitely a little bit of combat. I just recently finished a small adventure myself. Beheaded an orc chieftain and his entire gang for the small town of Mount Victoria that lies to the north, and I'm looking for my next little what do you call him? My next hoon,
adventure?
I guess. My next hoon out there. If you'll have me,
You found it.
I'd gladly accompany the three of you wherever it is you're off to next, provided there's gonna be a fight.
I don't know. I mean, we've got a really good dynamic going on here with the three of us.
She then looks at the two of you, Noel and Daniel, and says, if you want to replace him with me, offers on the table. Then she gives you like a hearty slap on the... in fact, can you just make a strength saving throw, please, Gak?
Gak?
Yep.
Sure. So what do I just push?
Strength, but in the saving throw column.
Oh, yeah. So I got my +2 modifier, yeah?
Yeah. She whacks you real... So what's this? A 6 plus what?
11.
Oh, 9. 9 plus... Yeah. So she whacks you real hard. You don't take any like damage from it or anything, but it really hurts. Just kidding. I'd happily accompany the three of you. Well, 2.5 of you. And then she looks at Daniel and goes, when I say half, obviously I mean, pointing to the half orc.
I don't know, guys. I don't know why I'm getting picked on a lot here. I don't know this lady, but it kind of feels like high school all over again.
I like you, Bridget, and to be honest with you, I want to climb you like a tree.
Jesus.
But
Someone's got a climbing potion you could use.
I didn't ask for your fucking help. I did not ask for your help.
She stands up immediately after you said that. She stands up from the table and says, well, it is the end of a long day. Night is falling. She looks at Noel and Gak and says, I guess the two of you are going to have to rent a room for the night. And then looks at Daniel and says, you, however, have nothing to worry about. And she scoops you up in both of her arms. Are you going to resist in any way?
Not at all.
And she carries you off into the bedroom.
I just love how
I'm going to coyly kick my feet as I go.
You guys watch as this enormous 7-foot-tall woman carries the halfling off into the room that she's clearly rented at this tavern. His little legs just gleefully kicking as they go. I'm gonna just leave whatever happens in that room just kind of off. Can we just off comms that one, please, though? Like, I know we've been friends for a long time, Greg, and, like, I love you to bits, but role-playing me as a giant barbarian woman making love to you as a tiny halfling was never something that was in the sphere of stuff I needed our friendship to explore.
I turn to Noel, and I say, well, the only monster in there, yeah, is the goblin of his cock. And then I go for a high five.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Awful.
Am I right?
Awful.
Am I right?
They're about to have a beautiful moment. You've got to ruin it with your
Can I
crass
take
mouth?
his hand? I take his hand and just tap its nine and I go, I'm right.
Okay. Thank you. Ruining a beautiful... Okay, so I walk to the bartender and I say, so, brought your daughter back? Your thoughts?
I'm sorry. I'm just a little preoccupied at the moment with thinking about what's going on in that other room. Yes, you walk over to the bartender and he says, Minnie, I honestly cannot thank you enough. He reaches into his pocket and says, along with the drinks, please take this as the token of my appreciation.
Jesus, woman, you're that flexible. Holy shit.
Oh my God. He's like this all the time, Gak. He's just out there, getting out there, and it's great. It's good on him. There's a lot of pent up rage.
Whatever's going on in that room right now, there's a lot of banging, there's a lot of clanging. It does sound like a sort of almost like a fight. Is happening. The innkeeper slides a small pouch with the 10 gold pieces in it and says, "We don't make a lot out here at the Weatherbone Inn, but please take this as a token of my appreciation for rescuing my favorite daughter."
I grab the bag of coin and hand them back to him and say, "It's reward enough to see you reunited with your daughter. No one should ever be a prisoner. You're a beautiful, wonderful, caring father. That's enough reward." And I hand him back the money, and then I turn and go over to the merchant and buy a healing potion, please.
Yes, that'll be 50 gold pieces for one healing potion.
How much does one healing potion heal?
I think it's I'll have a look for you. Hold
1d8.
1d8.
Yeah, but you can use it as a bonus action, right, Greg?
I think so. Yeah.
He's got 2 of them, correct?
Can I ask
has
how much?
4 healing potions on him.
Okay, I'm going to buy 2 of them.
Okay.
How much is a healing potion?
50 gold pieces.
Oh, that's interesting.
4 plus 2.
I could have bought one. Had some penis, not just given away the 10 gold. That's fine. Okay, fine.
You can still buy it. I've got platinum, which is worth 10 gold.
So can you take 100 gold, unless you've already done it, 100 gold out of it? Oh, you've done it? Okay, so you've got 2 of them. So there you go. 2 healing
potions. I've got 36 gold and 1 platinum, so I've got 46 gold.
Yeah.
How many silvers to a gold? How many silvers to a gold?
10.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I go over and I buy 1 healing potion 2, please.
All right, so remove whatever you needed to remove to get to your 50.
So is it 10 silver to 1 gold, is that right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
47, there we go. And then I walk over to the old man and I go, "What's he on?"
10 silver to 1 gold. So you've got to get rid of all your gold as well, right?
No, I had 97 silver.
Yes. So 50 silver pieces is 5 gold pieces. So, 50 silver pieces is 5 gold. It's 50 gold for the potion.
Yeah. It's not 10 to 1, it's 1 to 10, whatever it is.
Hang on, so what have I done?
10 silver pieces to 1.
Yeah. So 50 silver pieces it's going to cost you.
Yeah,
no, 500 silver pieces. 500 silver pieces
40.
would be 50 gold pieces. This is how maths
he's
works.
Got 47 gold pieces.
Oh my god.
Silver. Gets 50.
So I've given him 50 silver pieces. How many gold pieces do I need to give him?
No, you need to give him 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, but if he's given him 50 silver pieces, he needs to now give him 45 gold pieces.
Hang on, I might not have enough. Hang on, go back to 96. Okay.
You have 36. So you can't.
I can't do it. So how many? Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons, where the most terrifying opponent is mathematics.
Which is worth 10 gold.
He says to you, as you're rifling through your pockets, right? He says, "I'll tell you what. Give me the potion of climbing. I'll give you the potion of healing."
No. Okay. So it's 10 silver to 1 gold, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I give him 1 platinum.
Okay.
And I give him 30 gold, and I give
40.
him.
So that's 40 gold you've given him.
You need 100.
Yeah, and then I give him 10 silver.
100 silver.
100 silver.
I haven't got 100
Give
silver.
him 1 more gold piece, so take your gold down to 15, take your silver down to 7, and you'll have given him enough. Silver to 7, gold to 15.
I'm so confused.
It's really very simple. Okay, I'll put the potion of healing in there. Because look, I'm going to do it. But there you go. Your silver's at 7. Your gold's at 15. You've lost your platinum. That all comes to 50 gold. It's
really?
basic maths, Tomo. It's increments of 10.
I think Tomo playing D&D is going to really improve his maths.
Why was I?
I don't know. You've got your healing potion, though.
Okay, I got my healing potion. We'll go to the old man, and I say, "What are you on?"
You say what?
I say, "It's like, what are you on?"
The old man? Oh, great. Okay,
yes.
so you look over at the old guy who's
high on maths.
He's rocking backward and forth in the corner, and he goes. He just looks back at you and says, "The big one and the little one are making little men in their tiny room. The big one and the little one are making little men in their tiny room." And the boy next to him is just kind of just massaging his temples.
It's very good.
Write that one down.
You guys selling any drugs? Are they on drugs? You guys selling it?
The old man, the young boy goes, my grandfather obviously would not be doing drugs in somebody's tavern. And the guy pouring drinks just goes, just kind of grumbles to himself, and the old man continues to kind of rock back and forward, having a great time.
Okay, I want one of these mushrooms, but if I can't have one, I'll just go to bed.
I mean, you can go over and talk to him and see if you can get one out of him.
Okay. Old man. Something's put you in this state. Can I have one?
He looks at you
or something.
And says,
breaking the rules.
I thought a half orc was going to be good, but a dragonborn, I've always wanted to know. He reaches into his little pouch and pulls out a small purple mushroom and starts to hand it. He reaches out and he holds it out to you. A little purple mushroom.
I take it.
I
eat it.
You ingest it. Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Looks good.
All right. You look around the room, and immediately every single person that you were previously looking at turns into Daniel Underbough. But he's naked, and he's kind of naked, and he's doing a weird sort of shimmy. He then separates and divides into two Daniels, but one of the Daniels then morphs into a giant barbarian woman. At which point, you begin to see the two of them copulate, but this is happening all over the bar. There's a barbarian woman and a Daniel Underbough, Bridget Glanhammer and Daniel kind of copulating with each other, but sort of almost everywhere around the bar. There's kind of a purple shimmery glow to everything. Music begins to play. You realize kind of somewhere deep down that you're deep within your subconscious right now. One of the Daniels, the Daniel that's kind of right in front of you, turns as this huge barbarian woman is copulating with him and looks at you and says, "How does it feel? What's the experience like? Please let me know." The Daniel that's next to him that is also copulating with a large barbarian woman is kind of, while he's copulating, he's got his heads in his hands, he's shaking it. As you look around, you realize there's a Daniel Underbough that's pouring drinks while having sex. And weirdly, there's a Daniel Underbough having sex with a barbarian with little flames kind of dancing on its fingers while it's looking at you. What do you want to do next?
I'll just sort of I think I'm quite into this. It's kind of like eyes wide shut. So I just kind of like get into a bit of a groove, a little bit of rubbing on myself, and just kind of sidle up to the bar, say, "Have you got any orange juice?"
At the bar, the Daniel Underbough that was pouring drinks while being made love to, all of a sudden sort of changes and slowly morphs into the face of a goat kind of comes up and looks at you and goes, "Ah! Ah!" as it hands you a drink. Its head then it sort of explodes into a whole lot of violent gore, and replacing it, the head of a bear then kind of pops up and goes, "Ah!" And then out of the bear's mouth, as the bear's mouth opens so wide that the bear's head disappears, and out of the bear's mouth a badger comes, and the badger sort of leans in and goes, "Why?" As it gets swallowed back into the bear disappears back into the goat, and the goat's exploded gore head kind of closes back in on itself, and you're sort of back to this goat kind of staring at you. It hands you a glass. You're not entirely sure what's in it.
Yeah. I drink from it tentatively and then just kind of start walking up the stairs.
Gak, do you want to do anything at this point? What you've seen, Gak, what this looks like to you, just so you know, was just Noel Leeming walk over to the man, put something in his mouth, then kind of stand there with his eyes real wide for a second, and then walk over and ask for some orange juice. You can't see, obviously, what he is seeing.
No. I ignore him and I start pumping the barman for information.
All right. So you're gonna just walk into a room, Tomo? Did you say?
I'm gonna sort of clamber around, but I'm basically trying to hide from everybody.
Okay, you go over.
I think I'm going up the stairs. I don't know where I'm going. I'm just sort of finding a corner if I can't go up. I'm just clambering. A lot of touching.
Okay, you sort of disappear off around a corner. You want to pump the bartender for information. All right. What do you want to say to him? What do you want to ask him? Any specific questions?
I say, look, we are looking for adventure, specifically clearing out bad guys like the banditos that we defeated to rescue your daughter. Have you heard any rumors, any stories of shit that needs to be cleared up? I'm an adventurer, and I'm looking for adventure.
He says, "Oh, I do appreciate you clearing the road to the south. It's been a nightmare moving supplies between here and Thorndon. Oh, adventure in this area. Well, there's plenty. If you were to head to the east, obviously out that way, there's a long road, about 4 days' journey before you'd get to Nowronga, the home of the dwarves. And there's always something on that wooded, winded road. One of the things that I have heard a lot about recently, however, is the undead being on the rise. People are giving us reports of small bands of zombies, skeletons, ghouls, fiends, ghosts. If it died and came back, people are beginning to experience it almost anywhere, either south or east of where we are now."
Okay, well, that's good to know, because we actually took on a bunch of zombies, killed them. If you can kill something that's already dead, we did it. So I guess what you're telling me is we need to find the source of this undeadness and undead it.
I'm just a lowly innkeeper. I don't know where the undead come from and where they go. I only know what I hear and what comes into my ears. And what I've been told is the undead have been spotted. Lord knows, it could just be a weird mistake of nature or the mysterious forces that govern this realm. However, it is something that I'm hearing a lot of. Otherwise, if you want something else that's a little more straightforward, north of here, on the way to Mount Victoria, there's a small mine that adventurers are apparently cavernous and goes on forever. Adventurers are often coming in there and coming back here with loot, plunder, gold, and every time they come in, they say they never fully explored everything in there. So if you want just somewhere to go...
That's what I'm here for, barkeep.
All right.
That is what I'm here for. Why did you save that for last? If you'd led with that, the undead terrify me. So, adventuring in a cave, that's pretty good news. Could I please buy some food from you and a room?
Would you like a room for yourself, or will you be picking one up for your rather confused friend over there. At which point you look in the corner and see Noel Leeming swatting at the air. And Noel, what is currently happening to you is buzzing around your head are the faces of all of the bandits that you've killed recently, and also many little sort of the visage of Dr. Ropata, the demon presence, all sort of floating in amongst them, but they all are like they've got wasps' bodies, and you're just kind of swatting at them.
I don't think my friend's going to be sleeping tonight, so just a room for myself, please.
Alrighty.
How much is a room?
It'll be 3 silver pieces for the night. It's not expensive to stay here.
Okay. He's got silver on him, so if he wants a room, he'll be able to sort it. I'll take the room, and some food, and I'll retire for the night.
All right. He says he'll bring some food into your room. He shows you. He indicates one of the doors, takes your 3 silver pieces, and we'll say you've slipped off to your room. And Tomo, we're kind of drawing to it. We're drawing to a bit of a close here for this session. But as your hallucinations kind of begin to sort of deepen and intensify, one of the things that sort of starts to happen towards the end, you see many, you can no longer kind of see the tavern. The tavern itself has all disappeared and kind of faded off. You find yourself in a graveyard, and you see many hands kind of reaching up out of the ground. You see skeletons and zombies begin to pull themselves up out of the earth. It's very, very terrifying. You're in the pocket now, and it's not good. You find yourself sort of gripped with a mortal fear, and you hear the cackling of an old, it sounds like the cackling of an old man, kind of deep within this kind of vision that you're having. When you eventually come to, the bar that you're in, the tavern that you're in, is completely empty. Everyone has disappeared except for the tavern keeper. You are sort of in a fetal position under a table in the corner of the room. The innkeeper is looking at you and says, "It's 3 silver pieces, whether you're sleeping on the floor or sleeping in a bed. It's 2:00 in the morning. What do you want to do?"
Okay. How many gold pieces to a silver piece?
10. 10 silver pieces are in a gold piece.
Look, I'll give you 3 plain silvers.
All right.
Is that okay?
Yes. You give him 3 silver pieces, and he indicates a room. As you go into bed in the room, as you go into the room that he's showed you, you swear that you can still hear the clanging and banging and moaning and wailing of a small halfling and a large barbarian woman. And I reckon that'll be a good place to leave it. That's a nice little sort of end to your to your day's work there. So it's always good when you have a D&D session where there's no combat, eh? That's when I think it can be its most fun. Tomo's had a wild night.
I really enjoyed that, Stephen. I really enjoyed those pictures. Felt like I was right there.
That was a lot of fun. Yeah, so it's just the innkeeper left to sort of sweep up after all of you. So you're all in individual, and then so next time when we pick up, you've potentially got a new someone to join your party here, and where you guys go from here is sort of up to you. It's kind of nice. I like that you've managed to, like I was just saying to the guys, you managed to avoid combat there, and also potentially kind of create although we don't really know what happened to that group of that posse that were out hunting Gak Thundercloud. We don't really, 3 of them. Well, at least 2 of them are very dead. Yeah, 2 of them are definitely dead. Yeah. The rest of them not so sure. Young woman rescued. We're in a good spot there.
Haven't heard from her.
Classic adventuring. options of
do you mind
or going into a mine for treasure,
or getting the
or
dog?
Are we gonna go? What about my dog?
Go get the dog.
I mean,
although I could.
You have picked up a very serious bitch, I will say. Like,
a very serious what?
Very serious bitch is. Can we just say, Greg, as well, that Daniel is being the little spoon to a very big spoon.
Oh, absolutely.
I wish Daniel was big spoon. I'd love to see him try.
Great.
It looked like a jelly
give it a go. Give it a red hot go.
An angry jelly bean.
We'll leave that there, because I got to help my wife's got to she's got to scoot off to work in 15 minutes. I've got the boy for the entire day, but that was a dope. I loved that. That was my favorite session so far.
Well done, mate.
You're very welcome.
Cheers very much for watching. Do the old like thing, the old subscribe buzz, the old notification bell scenario. If you've got some nitpicky comment, leave it. And if you've got something nice to say, this is the internet. What are you doing? I'll see you next time.